Hello, I'm Kath Coward. I've lived in Brewham for 12 years with my husband James and our 2 sons. I'm Vice Chair of the Village Hall Management Committee and I lead the project restoration team. Brewham's an isolated rural village with a mixed population. We've got working farms where people have lived for generations, and we have quite a high population of elderly and retired people, often now living alone, sadly. We also have lots of families moving into the village, and children in this village go to school by the bus, so there's no opportunity to chat at the school gates for mums and dads who are increasingly working from home. People are now looking more and more to have social interaction. COVID has changed the dynamic, and people are looking for a space that's safe and welcoming and avoids the need to travel. The hall here that I'm stood outside is really at the heart of the community. It's situated in the middle of the village geographically, and Brewham is a big village that's spread out. This is where the majority of the houses are, and people can walk to events and enjoy coming and meeting with their fellow neighbours and friends. It's historically significant. It's a Grade 2 listed building, and prior to 1968 was the village school. We have people in the village who went to the school and remember it. There are memories in this building, and you'll hear from Marion Castle, who will speak of that later. Brewham now just has one pub and the church, so the village hall really is at the heart of the community and the one place where people can come together regardless of their religion, background or age. It plays a vital role in bringing people together and connecting the whole community. It can be really isolating living in a rural place. Loneliness and mental health issues are real. The hall has always been a lifeline for people to come together to help them cope with the challenges of everyday life. There's something for everyone. Fortnightly coffee and chat is really well attended and loved. Our lively curry evenings are often oversubscribed, bringing a younger demographic to the hall. And the interesting talks are always popular. Our Christmas party for the children is a lovely way for the children to come together and for their parents too, to chat to one another. My personal special memories are of my boys at the 2019 Christmas concert, where they were serving drinks and food to everybody. They certainly had some fans amongst the elderly population, and for me that's what this hall is all about. It's all about bringing different demographics together, different age groups. We all tend to hang out with people of a similar age. Our children hang out with children, and actually this is the one place where Elfrida, who lives in the village, who's 96 and comes to all the events, she talks to my children, and my children learn how to interact and connect with people of all ages and backgrounds. COVID has unfortunately led to increased anxiety and isolation for many. It's even more important to have a hall that's safe, a place that's accessible and welcoming, that's open to all. It's vital for the health and well-being of individuals and for the community as a whole. It's where people can come together to discuss the parish, to talk about the challenges and to make plans for the future. The project to restore the hall is much needed to secure its place at the heart of the community for the benefit of the community into the future, and ultimately mean that more people, more of the time, can enjoy coming to this special place. At the moment you can't cook in the kitchen, unfortunately. The ladies' toilets is out of bounds because there's a big leak in the roof, and the boiler's been condemned. There are many issues, those are some of the highlights. The restoration will create a welcoming, user-friendly and accessible space both inside the hall and importantly outside. We have a beautiful view here of the church and we want to make the most of it. We want people to be able to sit and enjoy this space and the beautiful views. And of course it will generate additional usage, which will mean additional income. That means we can secure any works that need to be done in the future. The overarching aim of the restoration project is to bring the community closer together and to build a more connected, resilient community where individuals feel part of and contribute to its success, increasing the overall health and well-being of everyone in the community. This has always been the overarching aim, but with the impact of COVID, this has only made it stronger. We know that the hall being closed has had a massive impact on people's health and well-being. So The impact specifically, what will that look like? So through our consultations, and we've done a few over the years when we've been planning this project, we know that the restoration will have a really positive impact on people in this community. Firstly, people's enjoyment of being in the space will increase. It will be a light, modern, flexible space that will be more relaxing, and people will feel safer. There's going to be more space. And the outside space will make the most of the beautiful views over the churchyard, where people can sit and enjoy and have a chat. Even actually when the hall itself is closed, people will be able to enjoy the garden space. People will be able to use it much more easily and safely. We're levelling floors, we're opening up doorways so that there'll be better accessibility, and with a fully functioning kitchen. That means no more curries cooked at home by me that I have to bring to the hall. That's pretty dangerous. We'll have exercise classes because we're going to level and insulate the floors. It's going to promote fun and health in the community, something that we've longed to do, but our Pilates teacher left years ago when the floor was drafty and people just didn't want to come. More people will be able to have benefit as the capacity of the hall will be increased. Because we're creating a small multi-purpose room, we can use that at events to serve the food and drink, which means we can fit more people into the hall. And more people more often will be able to enjoy the hall because we'll be putting on more events that take place because of the extra cooking facilities. We'll be able to have more food events that people really love. And it'll be a more flexible space, which will lend itself to more different events. The full renovation of the garden and the creation of a terrace will be a real boost to people's mental health. They can come and sit and enjoy the views. And of course, more and more people we know find it really safe to be meeting with their friends outside, so we feel this is really more important than ever. People in the community can also book the hall for their own parties. They've really not done that for years. It just isn't in a state where you would want your special party with your friends or your wedding here. But absolutely, it's going to be beautiful and people will book it. That, of course, will mean that we have more funds to secure the building for the long-term future. This hall is more than just an interesting building. It has history, it has people, and it really is at the heart of our community. Thank you.